Hey everybody, and welcome back. I've just been working on trying to get a few bits of extra cash to help with getting the overall design sorted for the build. So it is pretty much almost sorted. So I'm just trying to figure out where this piece of dirt is here. But I can't figure out where. There we go, got it. So what we are actually going to be now doing is, okay, now I couldn't find the job what actually allowed us to get the tiling for the premises sorted. And so we've had to do it just kind of like a bit of a different way. So what we're actually going to be doing is we are actually going to be going with a beige fitted carpet into the bedroom. So we're actually going to be changing the floor just slightly, just to allow for that better comfort feel. And what we're then going to be then doing is we're going to be going into the walls, and we're then going to be going into our paint. Then we're going to go with maybe like a silver glacier. So we're going to probably just opt in for that there. Now we have managed to do quite a lot of extra bits. So hopefully it should be a lot more easier to try and deal with everything whatever to what we're needing to do. On this build as well, we should be able to get our front door and the back door replaced as well. So hopefully that will be really good to actually see and to actually get that in place. Now we probably might go with a larger front door for this to actually work, but it should be fine to do that. Now when I've actually been doing these recordings for the channel, it's been like a bit of a block style of recording what we've actually done. So I think this is like I think like episode 4 or 5 or something daft. We will place it into the title after editing everything because we just wanted to try and make sure that we had everything all in place ready and properly sorted for this reason, especially when it comes to trying to get everything all kind of like leveled properly with this. So we are going to try and get this as best as possible, literally to a point where it is very much acceptable for this. So especially with like now having like 15,000 to actually spend, that is really major. Now of course I've had something to eat during the time of actually doing this as well, between recording each episode. So that's a good thing about doing block recording, especially on these kind of games. You can easily do that because sometimes when you are like thinking, oh well, what can I do like to make things easier? Potentially block recording, especially for myself, is actually a lot more better for me to do personally, compared up to like Minecraft, for instance, where it takes a bit longer to do. I'm trying to find time to do block recordings for Minecraft. It's actually quite difficult to do. So This is why we are literally opted in for a full block type recordings for this reason, because we're wanting to try and give the best possible insight of what can actually be done properly, and then also very much effectively as well with this. So we are going to be doing that there, right, because we can like need that. So I can now actually build 3 walls at once for this. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be going in for 50% faster building for to try and help with getting this sorted. And what we're going to do here, we're actually going to go back into walls again. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find the thing what I actually wanted to try and get. So we won't be able to put towels up just yet, especially like in the bathroom and the kitchen side of things. Now a good tip for you is when you actually do your painting, before selling off whatever paint you've got left over, if you're going to be selling it, just make sure that you've got it partly filled your roller, because then like, you don't use as much of the paint, because what happens is you can actually use that bit of extra paint on the roller to help you to get that extra few strips done. That is just a real balance of the game. So what we are actually going to be doing is that we're actually going to be now working along to try and get all this sorted. So let's just get this painted so we can then sort out the bathroom. If we wanted to spend that bit more on the bathroom, do we then want to potentially do whatever we can to really give this the best possible theme? Now, I do actually live down near a hospital, so you will hear a lot of sirens going past when I'm actually recording. That's for the shower, toilet, and the sink. So, what we're going to do is now we're going to pop into the bathroom fittings. I am going to go into for more expensive styles for the sinks here, because I just believe that it allows for the best look on the stuff what I'm actually trying to put in. So this is really the focus and the point of this. Now I do need to try and sort that out there just in like a little bit, because we definitely had a bit of water leakage, which is perfectly fine. I'm not too concerned about that. Well, actually, no, we haven't had none, so that's okay. So let's then go into them for toilets, and let's then get this kind of like expensive piece here. So let's just place that there. Let's come into assembly. Okay, this one is a bit more expensive than normal, but that's fine. So then we're then going to go then into the showers. So the shower, what we're actually going to try and go for, let's go with something like this here. Okay, let's just see if we can make this a bit more bump. There we go. So we've now got a rain shower we have, and this is quite of a just one of those style showers which is more bedroom kind of feel. But I think that would actually go really quite well for that. So that's actually now the bathroom sorted. So what we're now going to do is here, we're actually going to be taking out this part of the wall here with the doors and etc. And we're actually going to be coming into here. Now, if we can get all of it, yes, we can. We can actually get some folding doors. So what we're going to be doing now is that we're actually going to be placing some folding doors into the build, just like this. Okay, and this will then fold round just like that. Okay, I might have to move it a bit further this way, which I might have to do, to be honest with you. So let's get rid of this here. So let's get rid of that first of all, and let's then go and get this wall knocked down. Because this wall, when it's been knocked down, okay, we'll be able to place the those folding doors in a better position, which will then give us a better positioning for the kitchen, and we can actually have it open, which is always something good to actually do. So let's just see what we can actually do with this today. Okay, so let's just whip that out of there. All right, and then let's see here. So I might want potentially the TV to come on like a little wall section here. So let's just sort out a TV section wall. Okay, in this section here. So we're actually going to be going 3 of these bricks out on each side of the center point area, and then we're then going to come around here. Actually, preferably this side, ideally. Okay, and we can then just take this out. Okay, and what we can do here, alright, is something a bit more different to what you would actually normally expect someone to do this kind of build. So we're just going to be doing that there. Right, and let's then just find a quick TV. Right, so let's go with that there. So let's just see how big that. Oh no, that's far too big. That is far too big. So let's just go with a small. All right, and then yeah, so there we go. We've got a small TV section there. If we then decide to have it there, but I don't really like it in that spot as too much. So let's just place it there, and let's then get this wall knocked down. Oh. Oops. TV fell. The TV fell. No, the TV fell. I need to sort that out. Because that would be very expensive if that does not stay up on the wall. So yeah, so that's fine as is there. So let's then just take out this. Right, and we're then going to come into the doors again. And what we're then going to try and do now is to try and bring a different door. Okay, just like this. Right, just like that. Okay, and then we've now got a beautiful door to come in and out of the building. And then what we can then do is then bring in these tri-folding doors in. Okay, just like this. Right, and there we go. So that is now kind of done there. So we've got the bathroom set up, and we've got the bedroom painted, which we're needing to put stuff in. And we're now needing to try and figure out where the kitchen's going to go. So the kitchen can come along here quite nicely if we decide to do it there, which we probably will do. So let's go with that there. So let's now pop into the kitchen. So we're going to go into the furniture, kitchen, and standing units. Okay, and we are then going to then go for just like a small one for now. Right, and we can actually then just place this small kitchen unit into here, like this. Then build up 2 walls, like that. So then that then gives us the designated kitchen area, which is perfect. We then got our folding doors in place, so let's just put this into there for a sec. Now we are going to go into furniture again. We're going to go into the living room, and we're actually going to then get a sofa. But for sofa, what we are actually going to go with is going to be quite a reasonably small one, ideally. So we are going to then go into the ascending, and we're then just going to grab a basic sofa. Okay, just like this. Alright, just like that. So they can actually have a nice chill there. And then what we're then going to do now, back into furniture again, into the dining room, and we're then going to go with the tables. We're going to grab just a basic box standard table, like so. Right, because you can place chairs around the table, and we're actually just going to go with then a bit of a no, that one is a bit too high, so let's go with this one here. Okay, and we're then just going to place one there like that. Okay, and one there like that. Right, so we now got our seating area. So we're now going to go back into the floors again, and we're actually going to go with this inky grey panels. Okay, so it's like a wood panel flooring, but it's a bit more grey looking, which is perfectly fine for what we actually want. Okay, and let's just whip this round to there like that. So there we go, we've got a beautiful grey style there, and we're actually going to be placing just that there as well. Okay, and that is now looking really perfect. So let's then pop into here, and let's then get a bed. So keep in mind, right, we have got 10,000 left here for this. So we're actually going to then potentially, let's just then forward descending, and we're actually going to get a really nice smart looking bed. Okay, I think probably this one here will suit this nicely in here. Okay, it's a lot more grandeur, so this will probably suit a proper style big house, maybe. Maybe not something of this nature, but that's okay. Honestly, that's fine if you're wanting to do that. And then what we can then do is then go into the bedside cabinets, and we're then going to grab just a bedside cabinet. Right, that is actually too large, so we need to go with something just a tad smaller. So let's just have a look at this here. There we go. Right, and then we then got then a bedside cabinet there, and a bedside cabinet to there. right? And then, we got a spider web. There we go. Um, and then what we're then going to do is then come into the lights here. We're going to get one of these. One of these like webby type lights, and we can then just press E to turn on the lights, and there we go. Pretty much that's the bedroom sorted. We're now just needing to sort out a light here for in here somehow. I don't know how, but we need to sort out a light. So what we're actually going to be doing there with that, we are going to go with some ceiling lights, okay, and we are going to go with some of these loft style lights here, like so. Right, which is quite nice and bright, brightens it all up nicely, and that is then that they're done. Here we can actually do the same thing, right? And what we are going to then do is that we're going to place that there like that. We're then going to place one kind of above the table, and then one to there. Is there a light switch? No, there isn't. So light switches, there we go. And then we're going to get this here, whip this up like that, and then we can then just place this to there, like that there. Okay, so it's nice and bright, it's beautiful, but we just need to try and sort out the decoration in here, so then we can actually get the entire thing actually sorted. So what we can then do is, how about then picking up something really quite warm, right? Do that there, like that. Okay, and then what we then do is here, for this room here, we can then do this and paint what we got left here, just to do these bits of a wall here. Okay, let's just see if I can actually get this fully around onto the main area here, and do that there, and then do that there. Okay, and then we can then just finish painting that up. Okay, and just like that. And then of course here, okay, right, we've got this kind of, it's almost like a peach type look, which we can actually do there, and just keep that separated there like that. I will probably say maybe to come about along this wall here, then let's just then see what that looks like afterwards. Okay, and just keep that white above there like that. And then what we can then do is then move along, just like this. So yeah, so what I also need to just to kind of explain as well is that for our next episode. So our next episode, we're actually going to be introducing the HGTV builds. So we can actually start going off to do those kind of jobs. So we probably might try and do the repair work in one episode. With that, with a lot of bits of editing to get that sorted, but we will get it working as best as possible. And then what we will then try and go and do after that is to just really try and get enough money together so we can actually buy one of those first properties after doing it up, as part of the build style of way to get access to those buildings, because when you do that, you can actually start making actually quite a lot of money with that. So that's what we kind of to go try and do there. So literally that there is the building done and dusted, just like so. So now let's try and get this up for the auction, and let's see if we can actually make a lot of money on this. Now if we can get it to around about 45, then that's great. 41, 42 is perfectly fine as well, because we're needing to try and maximize on everything what we can. So I'm just going to put this maybe up to about 3,000, just over 3,000 there, and let's see if that then works. So then we can then go off and then try and do what we can do as best as possible. So we might be able to go ahead and maybe buy a next property to get that sorted out. So actually at my base as well, I've actually removed a few little bits as well. So you will be able to see that. Okay, so we've managed to get rid of a lot of the bits here. So we will be sorting this out and getting it up for sale soon. But now we've got that done there, what we can do is to potentially maybe go for one of these top 3 here. But for our next session, we are actually going to be doing the house flipper, these guys here from the HGTV, and we are going to be working on everything as best as possible for this. So that there is actually our first property which we can work on, so we can do that one, then soon after try and work then on the luxury flipper side of things. So until the next episode everyone, and thank you so much for coming to join us. And today yet again, if you're not already done so, please do subscribe and that to the channel, turn on the notification bell so then you can be then notified when we upload a new video. Until then, do take care, and we all see you later. Bye.